Hey everyone, just a real quick thing. We have switched our RSS feeds. That really shouldn't affect you, especially anyone who's on Apple Podcasts or iTunes, anyone who's subscribed to us through there. However, if you notice, because this is going to be a slow transition, if you notice that at some point you're not seeing brand new episodes on your subscription, please just unsubscribe from whatever podcast application you use and then resubscribe. When you search for us, you're searching the iTunes database, and that's how it picks us up. So it's going to be the brand new RSS feed when you do that. So again, just real quick, we switched RSS feeds, and if you're not automatically on it, you just unsubscribe, resubscribe. And that's all you need to do.
We're sorry for the inconvenience.
We apologize for any inconvenience. This is going to be a slower transition. When we get to the cutoff date, we'll let you know. Thanks a lot. Left off with you guys being dead.
Aww.
The first person you see is Dave. You see in front of you 3 humanoid figures of no discernible shape. They seem to be made of light. You recognize them as Dave, Jack, and Smith. And when you look at each other,
I look at my body.
You realize you share the same appearance they do.
Hey guys.
Dave says, it doesn't take long to get used to, but we don't have bodies anymore. And also, we gotta move before the soul guards show up.
Dave.
Hey.
What's going on? We killed you.
Hold on. Come on. Follow me real quick.
Coen kind of looks embarrassed for a second. He goes, sorry about that, by the way.
Oh, hey. No, not a thing to worry about, my man. Not a thing.
What a nice guy. I've always liked him.
He guides you to a door in the room and opens it. When you step outside...
So we can touch things?
You can.
Okay.
You're not ghosts. You have like tangible bodies, but they're not made of flesh.
Uh-huh.
They're just kind of made of this energy.
I try and
like
put my hand through my face.
You just like kind of touch your face.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. I touch my face too.
But your face doesn't have like a nose and a mouth or anything.
What?
It just feels smooth.
What?
I try and focus all my brain power into forming back into the shape that I'm used to.
And you just kind of stand there glowing.
Do we glow different colors?
Nope. You all look almost exactly the same, but there is a thing about you, and it's not something that you can put your finger on, but you can tell who and what the other person is or was when they were alive.
It's the ears.
I don't like this.
But it's not a physical thing. When you step outside, you see the city. It's basically the vision that you've had in all the Landy World rides. The sky is dark, open space. The horizon is nothing but different white domed towers spread out between giant white tanks. There's a constant low hum of whatever energy is powering these monstrosities. Between some of the towers and tanks are narrow bridges connecting them. And moving across the bridges are more figures of energy like you. In the far end of the town is a massive domed structure with several large barrels, like giant cannons, pointing into the sky. And you hear a loud bang and a flash as a bright light is fired out of one of the cannons and shot into space.
Dave, where are we?
You're dead, buddy. But hold on. Smith says, there are only a few safe spaces here. You're supposed to be rounded up as soon as you get here and go through processing. But if you don't, then the universe is your oyster.
Is this heaven?
Smith guides you into onto what essentially looks like a street, like an empty street.
Hey, Jack, how did you die?
Oh, we'll get to that in a sec. Let's go. We gotta move. We gotta get out of here before the soul guards show up.
The what?
Smith says, the guards, they're these automatons. They follow a strict pattern and rule set. This place is crazy. There are no living people here. It's just where you go when you die. So,
sounds cool.
if you don't want to be processed, follow us, please.
Okay.
All right, I could go either way.
They kind of move at a quick pace. And one of the things that you notice is as you run, you don't feel tired.
Sweet.
You just move.
I want to try some sick flips. Am I more agile in this world?
Absolutely. You do, every flip you do is like you're rolling a crit 20. You just fly up and you just do this awesome flip.
Oh, this place is rad.
Yeah, so like what you do is you like, and also you're not large and
Ungainly.
You're not fat anymore, Coen.
you know, you don't have a belly. So you like kind of jump up in the air. You go, you know, your feet are above your head. And you actually do a 720 before you land. And you land in that Spider-Man pose.
Oh man, the Spider-Man pose. Awesome. Coen's just jumping around, flipping out off the walls, doing parkour.
Using your cat-like reflexes.
Yes! Being the cat he never was actually able to be when he was alive.
Look, Jack, I don't want to say that a mistake has been made, but I'm supposed to go to the great butter churner in the sky with my ancestors, and I look around dramatically. I don't see no butter churner.
Yeah, and I was promised 1,000,000 cats when I died.
Yo, wait, what the fuck? Wait, Coen, we need to have like a serious conversation about your religion sometime. What are you going to do with 1,000,000 cats?
Pat them.
They're so at that point though, like how? That's 1,000,000 cat. That's more cats than.
It's eternity.
Coen,
Coen. With each cat.
No, Coen. Let me break this down for you, okay? That is more cats than people you have probably ever seen in your entire life up to this point. It's a lot of fucking cats.
Coen is so excited about that he backflips directly on top of Jelly's shoulders.
And Jelly, what you notice is as he's on your shoulders, you don't feel any weight. You feel that he is on you, but it doesn't feel heavy.
I try and punch him where his nuts would be.
You do this, but he doesn't feel it. It's like you're punching a leather sofa.
Okay, I walk over to Jack. I assume that Coen, because this is heaven and everything is perfect, he just stays perfectly balanced on my shoulders as I walk over.
Basically.
The Goblin Afterlife also has 1,000,000 cats in it, but it's like it's whatever. It's not positive or negative.
Skumk, I don't want to know what you're gonna do with those cats.
Just hang out.
He's a goblin. He's not Alf. He's not going to eat them.
I just assume that goblins eat cats.
In the midst of this discussion of religion, you arrive at a small hovel that appears to be made of scrap metal. Inside, there's no furniture or anything. It's just 4 metal walls and a metal roof with a thin sliver of a passageway that you slipped inside. In there is someone you've never met before. Smith turns to you and says, "This is Louis. He was one of us, a forever child. Before, when Aliana ran her tests by killing us, we decided one of us could come back and find a way to hide in here. We were able to communicate using message. That's how we were able to keep Jack and Dave." And then Louis turns to you and says, "Well, it's good to meet you. We'll be good here for a few hours.
God damn
then
it,
we have to
Stan.
move. But I figure you have some questions, so I'll do what I can to answer them."
I have so many questions. For one,
Please.
why is Jack here?
Well, Jack was murdered by the Queen after the prison lost Ramona. Jack intercedes and says, "Yeah, I wondered why that girl with the woman's voice was so important to her. So I started investigating her background. Turned out she matched the daughter of a noble family by the name of Mithril Smiths. The Mithril Smiths are a relatively new family, and so I followed how they got into the money. Turns out it all led to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie had chosen 3 families to raise to nobility. The Mithril Smiths, the Buck Hunts, and the Timorins. All 3 had a total of 4 children who disappeared at the same time. It was officially put down as unsolved. All this happened by Anne-Marie's order when she was 15. That was 20 years ago, and I swear she hasn't aged a day, and neither had that girl Ramona. Anyway, I reported this to her. She told me I did a great job, that I'm very thorough. And then she put her hand on my shoulder and I woke up here.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but how do I get back to the world of the living?
Louis says, well, we're kind of working on that. But we think we have a workaround. However, we can't get you back there or else you'll die, like, instantly. You'll go back and face the Black Parade, and they will kill you again.
Hey, look, it'll be fine. I'll pop back, I'll have my spell slots back, and I'll just Misty Step the fuck out of there.
And I'll just hit him harder next time.
They were kind of cool. Like, I'd go back and watch them do their thing again. It was pretty neat.
Yeah. So, we need to get you stronger first.
Oh my god, this is like...
Is this going to be like Goku's training montage in Dragon Ball? Are we gonna train at 100G?
I was about to make a completely different anime reference, but you understand. Yeah.
Oh.
So I get out the weights and I strap them to my legs and arms and start doing some push-ups, and then I suddenly take them off and I can for some reason do things better.
Well, here's the thing, okay? You don't know why you're here, so ask away. I want to clarify whatever I can.
I want to ask something first. A few weeks ago, I, in a terrible accident, took vengeance on a buck hunt and killed a small boy. Teenager or something. Did he come through here?
To that, Louis asks, are you wondering if he's here?
Yeah.
I couldn't say because, see, no one was around to tell us that you killed a buck hunt, so we couldn't have waited to get him. So he may have been processed already.
Okay.
Or he may be in the warehouse.
There's a warehouse? What is this, Costco?
And Louis says, well,
Amazon?
That's something we'll have to show you in a bit. But, yeah, there's this warehouse, and we're going to take you to it. But, before we go there, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, what the hell's going on?
Well, okay, so you're dead, and this is the afterworld. You saw that cannon back there, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is your soul gets picked up by one of those guards, the soul guards.
I'm a soul guard.
So the soul guards come and they take your soul while you're still kind of confused, and they guide you through the processing plants, where essentially they strip away your memories and your identity until you're a blank canvas.
A blank canvas?
A blank canvas. You're just another soul, fresh soul, like you're recycled or something. And then your soul is shot through that cannon into space, into the universe, and you end up in another body. Well, I mean, you end up as a baby. You get born. You're a new whatever. So
Wait.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah. So
wait, was my religion wrong?
anyway, that's what happened. We could not have you get processed and then sent out because that would ruin everything. We need you to be who you are.
Look, but listen, Louis, the Avatar cycle has to continue. Like, we've got to... How else am I going to master the 4 elements if I don't keep getting reborn?
You have mastered the 4 elements. You are you're a sorcerer. And,
that is correct.
And you're talking about something that's not here. Okay, so...
Listen, Louis, don't make fun of my religion, okay? Respect my
No, your
beliefs.
religion is not Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes, it is. Goddamn
I
it!
thought it was butter.
The great butter churner in the sky created the Avatar to master the four elements and keep the balance between the other condiments.
And
Okay.
so you're a butter bender?
Butter bending is like metal bending. It's a new thing. It's just we're just now discovering it, you know?
Goblins always just figured that the afterlife was just you die and then it's like you just hang out. It's fine. Whatever.
This is really undermining my faith in my religion.
Listen, clearly a mistake has been made. Like, this is not the afterlife. This some crazy flibbity-floobs have taken us somewhere. This is an illusion spell.
I think
Yeah.
we're in purgatory.
No, this is an illusion spell. We just need to break the concentration of the caster, and then we'll come out of it.
These guys don't exist.
Yeah.
Louis comes up to you, Coen, and says, "I can assure you, there is a Bast, or she likes to be called Bastet.
Well, my one likes to be called
Bassinet?
Bast.
You can call her Bast, it's fine. She just
Bassinet.
prefers Bastet.
The Bastets are,
It's my favorite doo-wop band.
The backup.
they're the backup singers to Bast.
Louis, it is the Great Butter Churner real?
The what?
The Great Butter Churner who churned the universe into existence.
Yeah. And comes down to a butter patch once a year.
That's how babies are made.
You see this whole city? You see this whole city here?
Yeah.
Who built it?
Rock and roll.
Well, the people that made it, but probably, but if you want to go far enough back, the Great Butter Churner created all of the materials of the universe, so
Well,
I guess she
who's
created
to
it.
say that the Great Butter Churner didn't build this city?
It really makes you think, huh?
The Great Butter Churner kind of provided the lubrication for all this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this place operates like a well-oiled machine. So as far as
Because of
you're
all the butter
concerned,
inside of it.
this could be the city of the Great Butter Churner in the sky. I mean, hell, we're in the sky. This is all sky around us.
Wow. I
Wow.
really feel like we're in that scene in The Matrix that nobody likes with the architect.
But instead of the architect, it's just an old lady churning butter.
So, anyway, whether the Great Butter Churner in the sky is real or not doesn't really matter.
Sure.
Oh, she's real.
What matters is what is here and what is happening. So, let's focus, friends.
I have no reason to disbelieve you.
So what do we have to do? How do we get back to
All right.
our own reality?
Let me stress this. We do need to get you back to your reality. We need you to stop. What the fuck is her name?
Anne-Marie.
No, you know her as Anne-Marie. Aliana. We need you to stop Aliana. Who you think is Anne-Marie is Aliana. I'm sure Smith has explained this to you before, but that was a while ago, and I can imagine you probably forgot. So anyway, you gotta beat her. And here's the problem is she's as powerful as a god, and you can't beat her by yourself. We need to learn more about her, and we need you to go to her world. But we have a clue.
That's good, because we don't.
We have a clue as to what she's up to.
Yeah.
And that's what we've got to show you.
In this afterlife, I do air quotes in my... So, like, where do the memories go when they're, like, sponged away?
Oh, when they scrub them,
Yeah.
they're kind of incinerated.
Seems like a waste.
And it's not something we really know.
It's probably
We're
what
kind of hiding,
powers all these big buildings.
but they process them. They probably... Hell, it could be the energy that's running this place. We have a lot of hypotheses, but we don't know. Bear in mind, I'm hiding here. I'm making sure that the soul guards don't find me so that I don't get processed. So I can have the group of you to help us out.
I have a question.
Yes?
Where's Garbager? Did he die?
Garbager is not dead. And Smith turns and looks at you and says, I was meant to die, not Garbager. Garbager's a really, really great assassin. He would hide when he needs to hide, and he wouldn't be found. No one knows Landy World better than he
He's
does.
probably got an uprising of orphans at this very moment.
What about Ronaldo?
Ronaldo? Who the fuck's Ronaldo?
He's probably the most important person in the world.
He's the key to all of this.
Yeah, he loves Nightbirds.
Yeah.
Is Ronaldo a friend of yours?
Probably my best friend, yeah.
I'm sure he's totally safe with Garbager.
Is there anything fun to do around here?
No.
Oh.
There's literally nothing fun to do around here. This is not a place meant to be enjoyed. This is strictly a processing plant.
Let's head to the Elven Dimension.
Does the city look
let's go.
like a city? Or are the buildings functional for the purpose that they're...
Well, you can only see the buildings from the outside right now, but it looks very much like a city with no one in it. So Jack turns and says, "It's time to move." And you see coming down the street these...
How do we see? Is there windows?
Yeah, I mean, from the little slit.
Okay.
You see these two automatons, these like kind of weird robots. They've got these two legs, but the legs are attached to these wheels that run on tracks. And
hang on, so they can only go to places where there are tracks? I think we'll be safe if we avoid the tracks.
I lay down on the tracks.
No, they travel quickly on the tracks. They can get off the tracks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the wheels detach. And you see them coming rolling down towards you guys. They're just like a box, a large rectangular box, a 3-foot box of metal with two smaller poles that are articulated underneath that box, and then another small rectangular box on top of the box that represents kind of a head, and then two poles where the arms would be, and clamps.
Wow, these guys are less scary than the Daleks.
And clamps at the end. So that's really just all they are. They're just these little automatons.
Sure.
And Smith goes, "Okay, follow me." And he guides you out into an alleyway. And as a matter of fact, it's after what appears to be a long walk down many winding, empty alleyways. You arrive at...
No, I'm flipping along the walls and, doing sweet flips the whole way.
I'm just walking like a normal person.
You arrive at what looks like a tall, empty office building. And across from that building that you're at is a gargantuan warehouse. It's about 5 stories high and appears about half a kilometer wide and 2 kilometers long.
Wow.
There's a wide 3-story window in the center, but you can't see through it from your current perspective. Smith turns to you and says, "You need to see inside this thing. Let's go in here." And he walks into the office building. Inside the building, there's an empty foyer. There's a desk that seems to have decayed with age, and 2 elevator shafts, which are missing the actual elevators. Louis leads you through a door that takes you to a staircase. You climb up 4 flights, and Louis opens the door. He guides you down a hallway lightly peppered with office doors. He takes you to a door at the end of the hallway, and in this office you see cubicles everywhere, many with papers still in them and trays marked in and out. At the far end is a window lining the entire wall, and you can see the warehouse window.
Okay, what did you want to show us?
Smith looks at the window and says, "Take a look."
All right.
I go over there.
Take a look.
It's in a book.
It's a reading rainbow. Through the warehouse window, you see a room that appears to be the size of an entire warehouse. And it's filled with other beings like you. It's just filled to capacity. They're cramped in. And save for a very few exceptions, there is that specific thing about them that you can tell what they were. And they're almost all goblins.
Wow.
And that's when Smith says, "They're being harvested."
Jeez.
For what?
I put my hand on Skumk's shoulder. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy.
But who's harvesting them?
Well, you know how we sent you out to check and see what was going on? The reason Anne-Marie was wiping them out was she has this little section of this city to herself. The automatons don't come here. She's using these souls for herself. Those monsters you saw at the park, that's them.
Oh, that's...
What's her purpose? Why?
What you saw was a test. She's trying to perfect them. But essentially, she's going to bring them all back to Faerun.
That's nice of her.
And they're going to serve her.
Oh. Wow.
They're going to be those monsters that you saw, man.
They weren't very goblin-like. They had no manners like goblins do.
Now, she doesn't process them completely. She doesn't let them go through the processing thing. She does her own thing. gets them real messed up and sends them back. It's a real shitty thing. But to stop it, we need to figure out what the hell she was doing in the first place. What we need you to do is we need you to go to her world and find out what the fuck is going on.
We can do that.
How does she...
Oh, well, simple enough.
Why is this hers?
Yeah.
When she killed us, we were from her world. We come from Riel. We served Anne-Marie. It was me, Smith, Ramona, and Whitney.
On purpose?
No, we didn't have a choice.
Were you elves?
We never had a choice. Nah, man, we weren't elves. We were one of the few humans that were taken there. We weren't. We were descendants of the humans that were taken there. So you see, the elves went over to Riel once they lost against pretty much everyone in Faerun. And they created this world, and we serve them. Since we served Aliana, she was coming into some really powerful magic. And the gods that most of you know are in that world. They're all elves. They're all elves that have magic so powerful that they can change reality. And she wanted to not just change reality, but to travel through it. But the only thing that she could access is this place here. But she figured if she could access this place here and then break through into Faerun, then she would have her little portal. So she decided to try it with us, and she killed all 4 of us. We ended up here, and instead of getting processed, she took us to where this warehouse would eventually be. And she managed to put us in the bodies of 4 children. And then she ended up inside the body of a 15-year-old Princess Anne-Marie. And it's then that we managed to escape. To keep our families, or the families of the children's bodies that we took, silent, she promoted them to nobility. So that's what's up. That's why we needed you to fight for us. We needed someone. So with you, and they look at you, Skumk, with you being a goblin, we figured this would be enough impetus to get you to want to help us. After all, she's killing your people to serve her just like we did. Except this time, they don't get to have any kind of agency.
I mean, I'm generally helpful. I would have just done it if you'd asked.
Well, that's great. But we can't expect, that we ask 3 people, hey, you want to die? Go to some other world?
I'd be fine with it.
Well,
We can't expect people to want to die. So we had to, and I apologize for this, even though I don't know you guys. I apologize for what we had to do. Anyway, you will be going back. But first, we got to get you there.
Sure.
Let me just ask, are you ready?
yeah.
Yeah, well, we go in, we do what we always do, cause chaos, and somehow make things better, ? Simple enough.
Smith says, Aliana was a sorceress in Riel, and you basically need to find her dwelling. Find her notes, find anything you can. I don't know where it is.
Could I meet Bast?
You could, if you find the gods.
Well, I'll put that on the itinerary, Coen. We'll look around for her while we're up there.
Okay.
Maybe while we're there, we can figure out if goblins have a god.
Coen kneels down and has this sort of reverent look on. Says, "Great kitty in the sky, I'm coming for you." Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Here I come, kitty,
Here,
kitty,
kitty,
kitty.
kitty, kitty.
And you don't know if it's real, but somewhere in the great vastness of the space and time that you're in, you could swear that you heard a...
I'm coming.
Cut to a wide shot. Jelly is off in a corner somewhere with her hands cupped over her mouth going... I've got to support my boy. Like, I can't just leave him, It's all he's got in the world, really.
It doesn't matter to Coen. It's bolstered him so much. All right, so before you send us, I walk over to Dave, Herman German, and I say,
Where's the rest of you?
Dave,
Yeah, buddy.
we've
Herman German.
had our differences.
Well, I was a right asshole, and I owe you an explanation. The reason we attacked you was so that Smith would be able to pass you. When you saw that cart driving past us, that was Smith, and that was all we needed to do was just kind of hold you up.
Yeah. You know what, Dave? So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I just hope if we all get out of this, maybe we could hang out sometime back on Faerun.
That'd be great.
Don't say anything, and I kiss him. and then I walk away.
Jelly is in the background, like doing a fucking end zone dance. Like, yes!
Dave is standing there, just kind of dumbfounded. He's glowing.
In this dimension, does kissing someone also feel like punching a leather couch?
No, it feels more like sticking your face into a leather couch.
Jelly gives Coen the greatest fist bump in the history of fist bumps.
Yeah, there's a pretty cool fist bump between us.
Louis says, "Well, are you ready?"
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to go meet my maker.
All right.
Gentlemen, there's no one else I'd rather
I'm fine with it.
Walk to my certain death with than you two.
Oh, we've already done that.
Yeah, I know, so really it's not
It's like a routine.
that great a statement, but you get my intent.
I get ya.
Louis guides you all back down the office building. You just walk past the warehouse, all damn near 2 kilometers of it. And at the very end of it, there's like, right as you pass the warehouse, it's like you've reached an edge of the entire world, and it's just this giant cliff that goes thousands of feet up into the sky. And at the bottom, where you are, there's kind of an indenture, and in the midst of that indenture is this kind of inky blackness. As dark as the sky is, but no stars. And Louis says, "This is where you go through. Now, before you go, please, any questions?"
So, like, what's our whole situation gonna be? And I kind of just gesture to my body, like, gonna be like whenever we go through there.
Well, Smith, you could speak to that a little bit better. And Smith says, "I ended up being a kid. I have the voice that I had when I was living in Riel. So whatever you end up being, you will have all the memories that you have now. And for some weird reason, you're going to sound exactly the way you do now. Okay?"
That sounds great.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm fingers crossed I come back as a capybara. Yeah, let's just do this.
The 3 amigos.
Do this.
2 amigos. 1 amiga.
I think that Skumk is just an amig.
Okay.
They say, "Good luck, and I hope I see you guys soon."
Yeah.
Dave gives you a big old hug and a kiss, and Jack goes up to Jelly and says, "Thanks for reaching out to me."
I know what it's like to be alone, so no, I can just leave you wherever you ended up.
I hug around Coen and Dave's legs.
New dad.
I pat Skumk on the head.
Oh wait, we're the same height. I sort of crouch on the ground so that I can hug their legs at a height that I'm used to.
At a goblin height.
As I'm watching this scene unfold before me, I look back to Jack and I'm like, so back when you offered to buy my loyalty, like how much GP were we talking?
Oh God, that would have been like 5,000 gold. I think would have been the initial offer.
I look at Jack, then I look back to Coen and Skumk just kind of rolling around on the ground. Oh well, we've got to live with the choices we make, I guess.
I look at Dave and say, "I'll be back. I don't want to lose you again." And I run and jump through the porthole.
I wink at Dave again, and then I also wink at the other guy.
You get a sense that Dave and Jack are smiling at you.
And then I wink at Jelly, and then I go through the portal.
And Jelly?
I walk up to the edge, and I look back to the group, and I give them a quick salute, and I say, I'm honestly not certain what we're going to do, but I guarantee you it's going to be at the very least entertaining. And I look down the hole, and I jump down, and as I'm flying down, I shout, "Look out, Riel! Here come them boys!"
I'm just really disappointed that you didn't say, "It's gonna be real."
It's been real.
You can say that when you leave Riel.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, I'm writing that down.
When you
Putting the sticky note.
now,
above the
Coen,
laptop.
as you go through the portal, you feel like you're falling.
Is this the porthole of time?
Yeah, it's the porthole of time.
Excellent.
You feel like you're falling, but it's like you're falling forward, like you're being pushed forward, because when you're able to start making things out, it's as if you're standing and looking inside of a forest, and you're being blindfolded, and slowly you're able to make out silhouettes. You see the silhouettes of trees, and within those trees you see the silhouettes of 3 humanoids. One silhouette has a large head with these horn protrusions.
Go on.
Another one has a head with a sharp curve sticking out. Another just appears to be a human of some kind, or just a human shape. You have to choose
Is this us from the future?
one of them.
No, I go for the human body.
All right. Okay, Skumk.
I'm gonna go for the knife head.
Okay, so the horn head is going to be Jelly.
Are you horny, baby?
Good start.
I say as I walk into this thing.
Coen, you find yourself in the body of what is called an Aetherborn.
Do I get some cool powers?
So your charisma score will increase by 2, and 2 other ability scores of your choice increase by 1.
Fuck me.
You have dark vision. You have resistance to necrotic damage. You gain proficiency in intimidation, and you can speak, read, and write Common and 2 other languages of your choice. Aetherborn come into being spontaneously as part of the ether refinement process. Their bodies and minds are apparently formed out of some interaction between the volatile elements of ether that are removed during refinement and the psychic impressions created by the people involved in the process. But each Aetherborn is a unique individual, not a mere copy of some other person's mind and shape.
Hang on, are we talking about the process of distilling, like, ethanol into alcohol? Like, distilling things into, like, the ether?
To be honest, the Aetherborn is not too different from what you were when you were dead, except that you actually have some features. Your face has features. You have a nose. You have a mouth. You have eyes. Your eyes glow blue. They don't have pupils. They don't have irises. They're just these glowing orbs inside your head.
Can I still have cat's ears?
You don't have cat's ears, but you can fashion them.
I'm gonna have to.
Skumk was next.
The sword face.
You are an Aven. Aven have human-like bodies, arms, and legs, along with bird-like wings and heads.
He's a birdman.
You're a bird person.
You're a cockatoo person.
And Skumk, as a bird person, your dexterity score increases by 2.
Nice.
And wherever you go, there's a drum beat that just follows. You just can't get away from it. It's just like there's a drummer just following you everywhere.
And like a bird, you want to fly away. You don't know where your home is. You don't know where your soul is.
No, you didn't. Oh no, don't please save me.
You are able to fly. You have a flying speed of 30 feet. You can't use your flying if you're wearing medium or heavy armor. You can speak, read, and write Common and Aven, so you also get an additional 2 points to your wisdom.
Nice. That means I have 20 wisdom.
Nice. And you have proficiency in the perception skill. In addition, attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on your ranged weapon attack rolls, should you ever use them. And Jelly, you are a Minotaur.
Yes!
So your strength score increases by 2, and your constitution score increases by 1.
I'm the soft stud I always knew that I was in my heart. I love this. Can I stay like this forever, Stan?
No.
I don't want to go back. I'll stay in Riel forever. I don't care.
You can use your horns as a natural weapon to make unarmed strikes. If you hit with your horns, you deal bludgeoning damage equal to 1d6 plus your strength modifier.
Yes.
You gain proficiency in intimidation.
Nice.
When you are reduced to 0 hit points but not killed outright, you can drop to 1 hit point instead. You can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. So you can use that once between long rests.
Cool, yeah, Half-Orc's got that. It's a sweet feature.
When you score a critical hit with a melee weapon attack, which
I'm going to be doing left and right.
Yeah, you can roll one of the weapon's damage dice one additional time and add it to the extra damage of the critical hit.
Nice, I love it.
You can speak, read, and write Common and Minotaur.
Cool. Now, Stan, with all that out of the way, we need to get to the important stuff. How swole am I? I needed to go in detail about this.
You are incredibly swole. You're a Minotaur.
I'm the swollest lady Minotaur you've ever seen.
As far as I'm concerned, you look like a man Minotaur with some generically feminine features.
Otherwise known as a Manitar.
I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I'm a woman.
Yes.
I'm a woman-tar. Okay, please.
So you're now in these bodies. You know only what you know. You don't have any memories of the people whose bodies you just took. And you see a tall male elf come out of the woods, kind of looking at you in confusion and dismay and kind of a annoyance. And he says, "Well, are you coming, or are you going to just stand there like a bunch of idiots?"
I look at Coen and Skumk, and then I look down at myself, and I feel my horns, and I just say, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, we're beautiful."
Hi, this is Stan.
Hey, it's Jody.
Hey, it's your beautiful non-binary baby, Hayden.
It's me, Ivan. From this, Ivan.
Hello, Ivan Shatner. Thank you for listening to our episode. We hope that you enjoyed the ending and the fact that there's a whole new world for our friends, our Nightbirds to explore. Oh, wow. One of you is literally a bird now. So, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
just really quickly, we wanted to say, please review our show on Apple Podcasts is what they want to call it now. Literally, it's still iTunes, but
Please.
iTunes.
And they can fuck right off.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, they can fuck off. Come on.
it's not iTunes on the phone though, and that's what most people use is their phone. So Apple Podcasts and or iTunes, they actually register as two different things in Libsyn.
Please, we need your reviews. We love you. We'll kiss you so much. I will.
It'll be
If you want, I will
ridiculous.
kiss you on the nose.
Jody will
It'll be,
kiss
yeah,
you as
crazy.
passionately as Coen kissed Dave without lips.
That's going to be a big hot smooch.
Aside from that, we have a Facebook page that we really want you to like. We have a Facebook group that we would love for you to join. We're constantly we're constantly trying to have conversations. So we've got a nice long thread going with our friend Ryan Lynch, who is Michael Rader's partner in crime, and we'll get it right next year. And speaking of, we'll get it right next year. Ivan, you were on that, and it just got released. Is that right?
Yeah, it released, as of recording, it released today.
So October 14th was the day it was released.
Yeah, it was I listened to it this morning.
Awesome. Yeah, check out We'll Get It Right Next Year. All four of us have been on it now, right?
Believe so.
Wait, have you been on it yet,
Nope,
Jody?
I haven't.
It's because Ryan and Michael don't like you.
I do love Ryan Lynch. He's the
Oh,
man.
they're wonderful, and that show is magic. So, yeah, check that out. Hayden, do you have something you want to talk about?
Yes. I want to talk about what we talk about when we talk about love. Yeah, I want to talk about my other podcast, That Gay Shit. Me and two of my friends, Bobby and Dan, we talk about gay shit in media, whether it's intended to be there or not. Just recently, we talked about The Babadook and why it's actually a fantastic gay meme, not a fantastic gay movie, but still a good horror movie all around. And we've also talked about how The Little Mermaid is one of the greatest trans narratives of our generation, and how 10 Things I Hate About You is actually about two bisexual people falling in love with each other. It's great. So if you're into that kind of thing, check out That Gay Shit.
Just don't go to That Geisha, because that'll take you somewhere else.
Yeah, that's a podcast going chapter by chapter over the novel Memories of a Geisha.
Nice.
Okay. That said, check out our Twitter. I know Hayden is pretty active on there. Hayden's actually starting to promote our show a little too. That's great.
It's because every like 5 days I'll get a message from Stan saying, "Hey, can you promote the episode?" And I'm like, "Fine." Then I go back to like tweeting about what kind of cereal is best. The answer is always Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
And also, don't forget about the RSS feed change. Just make sure, if you have any questions, ask us on Twitter, ask us on Facebook. We're around. We're happy to answer them. Any questions you have, if you have any issues, we're happy to take care of that as well. Anything else, guys?
I have 2 podcasts. One is this one, and one is the podcast The Color of Friendship, which is good, so you should listen to it.
Yes, you guys recently released a new episode.
Yeah, we watched Halloween Town.
Yes.
For Spooktober, because it's scary.
And listen to it all the way through, because Ivan has a fucking killer joke about God dying.
Yeah, that's the main joke of the podcast.
Thank you all for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Have a great whatever.
Oh, vote yes for marriage equality in Australia.
Fly on, you beautiful Nightbirds, and thanks for all the spaghetti.
This episode was edited by me, Jody Doyle. Our music was by Ron Lubavitch. You can find him at God's Little Peep Show on the internet.
Yay.
Hit record.
Let's start recording. All right. Is everyone recording?
I
am recording now.
If I could learn to start to record a
Does
podcast.
that mean you were recording, Ivan?
Yes.
Okay, so 3.
I could do about
2.
anything.
Oh God.
What?
Wait, what?
Let's not sing while I'm doing the 3, 2, 1. All right.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, get your shit together.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa.
Stan just became a robot lady.
Is that a new guest?
Is that a new NPC?
Well, okay.
God, Stan,
Thanks.
Cool.
Stan, your voice work is killer.
Yeah, Stan.
Is everyone here?
Amazing.
Thanks.
You guys there?
You're getting way better at voices.
Wow.
Thank you.
Stan, was
right.
Stan a replicant this whole
So
time?
what was the last thing you heard from me?
It was stuff of shit about Mithril Smith.
Yeah,
Mithril Smiths. They're a relatively new family.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith or something like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Angelina
So-
Jolie.
But isn't it just funny whenever you're a Mithril Smith and it turns out your wife is a Mithril Smith too?
Well,
Do you have to
it turns
make
out-
rad swords? It's just a very good marriage. Ooh, maybe
I would too.
Maybe I'll luck out and I'll be like a Minotaur.
Hey,
all right.
maybe I'll be a Minotaur.
You'd be an underage Minotaur.
A minor tar.
Yeah, I'll just be a very
You can't-
young Minotaur.
You can't sign legal contracts and you can't drink. One of us has to accompany you to like R-rated movies. It's a real
Either
honor.
that, or I just spend all my time digging for coal and then
What kind of world is
arising
this?
from the
Let's
ground
underage children,
like a
mine
Chilean
for
miner
coal.
tour.
Let's take a real dark turn.
A Chilean miner.